choose me. So I'm very shocked.
Hey.
Why didn't you think he would pick you?
I don't know, like, you haven't really been pulling me for chats.
Oh, shit.
I thought you were into someone else.
Wherever Steph is, he's rolling on the floor. He is laughing out loud because someone who thought he was playing him has finally found himself in the same position, in the sense that Callum thought he was sending him Steph home so that he could win Megan, and it's backfired because Megan has coupled up with somebody else. And I don't get why people are shocked. Yes, I am partly shocked by Johnny's decision, but at the end of the day, I would rather he couple up with Jess because that gives her a better shot. But anyway, I digress. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island Games, Season 1, Episode 5. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. So Steph is gone and everybody's sort of reminiscing on Steph leaving. And so I get people being upset that they were in the bottom, Jess and Jack. Lisa is upset that she and Curtis were in the bottom. Obviously, Megan was in the bottom with Steph, but Steph's gone home. So she doesn't care because she knows that the UK has numbers. Because at the end of the day, the UK has more numbers than the Americans do, especially given the fact that they've got rid of Steph, who could have been a number for them, because at the end of the UK has 6 people, the Americans have 5, and already Callum is technically part of the UK team because he's from Wales and is only living in Australia. So all he needs to do is persuade Jess that the UK people will save us and they will vote with the UK people. So I don't get the strategy behind their voting. I get people feeling some type of way. And Lisa is right to sit the girls down and sort of have a conversation. Do I think it was a good idea? Nah, but I guess it was best for her to speak to everyone instead of going round behind people's backs. And she was right that what upset her, I think 2 things upset her. The fact that she's close friends with Jess and Imani, and the fact that they are the ones that voted for her, and the wording of being called aggressive. I think that's what she didn't like. And it's sad that some of the girls didn't understand this and tried to minimize her feelings. I don't think it was fair. I think, yes, it's a good thing. Amani sort of said maybe her wording was wrong. Yes, I know the UK girls were saying, oh no, there was nothing wrong with your wording. It was wrong. If somebody tells you they feel some type of way, acknowledge it and apologize. If they feel some type of way because of something you said or something you did, that's what I feel should have happened. Yes, maybe Amani might not have meant it with malicious intent, but the way it was received by the person who received it is the main concern. And so Jess, I like the fact that she also asked, oh, is there anything about what I said that upset you? And she was told, and she said, well, my vote was strategic. And Jess is right, because Jess is the weakest link. And so for her, she has to take out the big targets so that she has at least a fighting chance of winning. She's the tiniest in the group. She's the least athletic in the group. So I understand where she's coming from. And the girls and the boys get ready for bed, and obviously people are talking about their connections as usual, and they're also talking about the voting. And Callum is a fool, I'm going to keep saying this, because he and Jack somehow persuade, was it Jack or Curtis? I don't remember. They persuade Liberty to go and say goodnight to Johnny. While Johnny is speaking to Jess, I felt that was sly. That was so wrong. And Callum will do anything and everything to upset Jess because he knows Jess doesn't like him. I don't know. I don't want Liberty to seem desperate. I feel like Johnny should pick whoever he wants. And I give credit to Celie because she encouraged, Jess, and said, yeah, just because you're spending more time with Liberty doesn't mean you shouldn't get to know him. If you want to get to know him, get to know him. It's okay. Well, I don't know. Anyway, everybody goes to sleep. So in the morning, I really love it when they don't have debriefings because they get on my last nerve. But in the morning, you have a new bombshell arrive, Kira from season 1, USA Love Island. And she and Justine know each other in the real world. They've been very good friends ever since Justine left the villa. And so it's nice to see. Well, they've added numbers for the US, as I was saying before. So that's good for them. And so it's nice to see that everyone is welcoming. It's sad that Lisa is feeling some type of way. I think Lisa is feeling vulnerable because she's there without anybody else. At least with Steph around, she had someone she had walked into the villa with. Now Steph is gone. She's on her own. And they've brought in a US person, which makes it even worse for her. So I really hope the girls can understand and sort of empathize with her. Kira met everyone, and Ray was already shipping, Curtis, and he's telling Curtis, oh, you're her type, she will like you, she's very good, she's this. And it's like, Ray, come on, sit down. Anyway, you have Kira telling the girls that she's fluid, so, she dates both girls and boys, and the girls are excited. And so I think she's going to give the boys a run for their money. I really think Kira is going to give the boys a run for their money, the way she was excited, when she was having a conversation with the girls. And I think she had already spotted one or two that she wanted to sort of have a chat with. Lisa got in her feelings, which is really sad, but she's vulnerable. That's what I'm going to say. She's in a couple where her partner is still wandering all over the villa. She's on her own with no one else from her country or her continent to sort of support her. So I get how she feels. I really do get how she feels. And I hope, the other islanders are able to be sensitive to that. You then have Curtis take Kira on a tour of the villa. And it's like, oh my God, Curtis is already planning his next moves. I don't know whether he thinks, Kira is going to be more athletic than Lisa. I think Lisa is very athletic. And I give credit to Imani and the girls sort of, I think it was Imani and Jess who were trying to hype up Lisa because she was feeling very down because she really likes Curtis, and the fact that somebody else has interest in him is sort of upsetting for her. So that was cute to see. Oh, it's getting messy. It's getting toxic, and I don't know how much longer this can go on. So you have Jess having a conversation with Lisa because she's upset about the fact that Liberty seems to be avoiding her since she found out that they were both interested in the same guy. So she's worried that Liberty has suddenly taken a step away from her and seems to have paid all her attention to Johnny. She's upset about the fact that while she was talking to Johnny the night before, Liberty came and squeezed in and sort of squeezed a hug from Johnny. Yeah, Liberty, I think she's being fed the wrong information by Callum. And it's sad that she's allowing Callum and his silliness to sort of divide her with the other girls and sort of create a wedge because there's only two of them. If Megan goes home, she's on her own. So I don't think it was a good idea for her to be feeding off whatever the boys were trying to sort of teach her to do. I think it was wrong. I think regardless, yes, they both don't own Johnny, but I think she still needs to maintain her relationship with Jess because at the end of the day, they might need Jess to vote. So I don't understand why she decided to do that. And I give Lisa a lot of credit for telling her that you need to have a conversation with Liberty and just say exactly what you're feeling and make sure she understands where you are coming from, which made sense. And then on Soul Ties, you have Callum trying to sort of chat up Megan and sort of tell her what she wants to hear. Oh, I want to couple up with you. At the next recoupling, I'll choose you. And it's like, Callum, please keep quiet. Please keep quiet and just focus on your couple, because I think she's right to ask him that you are in a couple where you're doing very well with your partner. Why would you want to leave a couple that's working for you to be in a couple with me? Make that make sense? I think he just likes the idea that he wants to be the one who's going to win Megan. But then now he's got competition because Kira then came and asked for a chat with Megan. So I don't know how that's going to play out because he's now worried because Callum is actually saying, I've never competed with a girl, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. And it's like, well, if you've got Riz, just, use what you have and hopefully it will work. If it doesn't work, then sorry. But it is what it is. Jack and Callum are dumb and dumber. I'm sorry, but they are. In the sense that they're feeding off each other's crap. So Callum is busy venting about the fact that he was excited that Steph was gone, but he's sad now that he's got competition from Kira. And it's like, what did you expect? Did you think she was all yours? She has the right to change her mind and to make decisions on what she wants to do. So it is what it is. If she's told you that she's, open to getting to know Kira, then you have to sit down and wait your turn. You have to sit down and see if she's going to change her mind and say no, she wants to couple up with Kira. I think Kira was put off by Megan's story as much as she seemed to accept it, because I think it was a lot of information. It was too much at the same time. Yes, she's fluid, but also the fact that she used to be a stripper and everything else that came with that, I think might have put Kira off Megan, and I hope it doesn't put her off, because I want Curtis to be free so that he can stay with Lisa. I really like Lisa. I always go for the underdog. The fact that she's on her own is why I pity her and I want her to stay. And so we'll see how that plays out. You have Liberty having a conversation with Johnny, and it's like, oh my God, they are really a couple without coupling up. And so Jess is having a conversation with Megan, and they sort of hype each other up to go and sort of disturb that chat. And it's like, oh, it's getting messy. Why? We don't need this. Oh my God. I'm going to keep saying this until it stops. Jess and Liberty's conversation is upsetting in the sense that I get where they're coming from. They're both feeling some type of way because they're insecure in the sense that they don't have anyone else they're romantically attracted to. The only person they're putting their eggs in the basket is Johnny, and Johnny doesn't seem to be making a decision on who he wants. He keeps sort of playing up to whatever the girls are dishing and is sort of leaving them in suspense. I wish they would couple up, that way the girls could, I know it's going to hurt somebody's feelings when whoever he chooses, but I think that would have been better than the girls sort of not getting along just because they're both trying to put in effort with Curtis. With Johnny, I feel like Liberty should have been honest when she was being told that you're being calculated, this, that, and the other. She should have told the truth that, well, Callum is the one with Jack who talked me into giving, Johnny a hug. And I'm so sorry if I upset you. I will try and be sensitive next time. I understand you're trying to get to know him. I'm trying to get to know him. And we both need to respect each other and remain friends. I think that would have been best, instead of her just, I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to understand or what they're trying to do. Or it's interesting watching the Islanders get ready for the night. I am starting to question whether Callum really likes Megan or he just likes the idea of winning, because he keeps going on about, oh, I've never had to compete with a girl. How do I... He's doing all this just because he wants to come out victorious. That's all I'm getting, because he was even laughing at the fact that they were trying to wind up Steph, and he and Jack were happy that Steph had gone. And so I don't get that. I hope Megan, if nothing else, is careful, because Jess has already warned people about Callum, and it's a pity that no one is taking her warning seriously, and hopefully no one's heart gets broken. You then have, the girls are also talking about, the couplings and how that's going to work out. And it's like, oh my God, this is all everybody's talking about. I like the fact that Jess had another conversation with Liberty, and it was nice to see her break down and be honest that it's been hard for her. You always have this scenario on Love Island whereby somebody is always rejected by everyone, and it's like, why would they do that? Jess is one of the most amazing people, and I don't get why the guys are all rejecting her. Make it make sense. I'm sad for her, because I really don't like to see people cry, but I think it was nice for her to open up and actually let Liberty see what's going on with her and the struggle she's facing at the moment. So while the Islanders are relaxing, Irina Maddox from Vanderpump Rules, sorry, I don't know whether I pronounced her name properly. I've never even watched 5 seconds of that show. So she arrives, and it's revealed that, she wants the Islanders by the fire pit. She seems she's a guest host. It seems she's a super fan, and they brought her last season, I remember, on Love Island. So she's there, and she reveals that there's going to be a recoupling. And so first up is Kira, who gets to choose who she wants to recouple with. And people assume that she's going to be Curtis, and Curtis is ecstatic because he thinks he's going to be picked. And surprise, surprise, she goes for Megan. And Callum nearly passes out because he got rid of Steph, thinking that that was his only competition. And I have to say kudos to the producers, because, payback is, I think wherever Steph is, he is laughing, he is rolling on the floor, because it seems like Callum's plan has backfired. Next up, we have Curtis. Obviously, the guys are asked to stand, and then they sort of use a spin wheel to sort of call out people and who, in what order they're going to choose. And so Curtis picks to recouple with Lisa. I think he realized that, his first choice was gone, and he realized that I thought he was going to go for Justine, but surprise, surprise, he went for Lisa. I think he looked at the game aspect and realized that he stood a better chance if he stayed with Lisa than he did with Justine. So give him credit for that. Next up is Ray. Ray is married. They might as well give him a ring to propose to Imani because of the way he talks about her, his excitement, how ecstatic he is. He is in love. He is in love. And I don't know whether Imani is there. I've said this before. Imani is always giggly and whatever, but she's never shown that she's really feeling him the way he's feeling her. And I hope he doesn't get his heart broken if she turns out she's not feeling him the same way. Next up is Toby. Toby picked Celie. Am I surprised? No, he was always going to pick Celie because she has made her claim known. She has already told everyone that she's into Toby, and I don't think any of the girls want that smoke because she has more alliances on the show than anybody else. So I don't think they want to go head to head with her when it comes to her man. So that was cute to see. Although he didn't say anything that was, of any substance in regards why he was picking her. I didn't hear anything that made me excited, but hey, it is what it is. Next up is here's my thought on Johnny's choice. I think Johnny thought he was going to go last. I think he expected either the girls to pick him or he expected to get whoever was left. And so when his name was called, you could see the shock on his face because he didn't know who he was going to pick. He hadn't made a decision, and I think he made it at the last minute. I think he knows for a fact that Callum and Jess don't get along, and he just didn't want to put her in that awkward position. This is why he picked Jess and left Callum to go back to Liberty. And so part of me thinks he really liked Jess and was looking for a way of getting with Jess and was trying to see who he could vibe with better. And after vibing with Liberty, I think maybe he realized that maybe Jess was more his style. And I like them as a couple. I think they're cute. I think they're amazing. I think if they have to do, a race whereby you have to carry your partner, he will win because she seems light as a feather. So I'm happy for them. At least this way, Callum can go back to Liberty. They seem to get along with Liberty. So I think as much as romantically they're not interested in one another, I think they make a better team for the sport. And then lastly, we have Justine and Jack. They are a couple by default. And I don't get why people made it seem like, yes, everyone was shocked that Johnny picked Jess. But the thing is, he knows what he's doing. It's either he's made this decision or the producers have made the decision for him. I don't get why people are giving him a lot of flack for his choice. I think at the end of the day, they want to keep Jess more than they want to keep Liberty, and they're going to give Jess a fighting shot by coupling her up with someone who has a better chance of winning. So I feel like this is what has happened. It's sad that Liberty's heart was broken, but this was bound to happen. So it is what it is. I hope, her person comes in. I hope they send in a bombshell and she's able to find someone who really likes her romantically, Liberty, and they are able to couple up. Even though it seems like there's going to be tension between Jess and Johnny because everybody in the villa doesn't understand Johnny's decision. I feel like people need to allow that relationship time to grow. Maybe his kiss is made out with Liberty and he's realized that she's not it, and the fact that the guys were using her, the guys must have said something maybe that put Johnny off. So it is what it is. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and click the link in my video to watch my reviews from episode 4. Bye guys.